Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a great day. Okay, so today I'm building a kind of simple study slash library room. I have built a larger, more not necessarily complicated. I wanted it to be a room build, but it kind of ended up being a mini house build. It was kind of a take on Belle's library from Beauty and the Beast. Anyway, I'll link that down below in the description. But today I'm building a kind of small, more compact study slash library. The inspiration was kind of a library. I really wanted it to be something kind of smaller, more compact, to have a lot of books, to be kind of warm, and just kind of lived in. I tried to do better about cluttering up stuff and cluttering up the space and making it look like somebody actually lives back here. Because, you know, when you see like somebody's library, like in the movies and stuff like that, it's either super pristine and perfectly clean and not a speck of dust, or it's like super lived in and cluttered and there's papers everywhere. This is kind of a like happy medium. There's like some boxes and clutter and stuff and everything, but it's still kind of organized. So it's kind of like if I were to like have my own library, this is kind of what it would look like, because I'm pretty organized, but I have my moments where sometimes it's just like, okay, I can't do this anymore, and stuff becomes a pile. So it's kind of a little bit in between here. So anyway, I decided to go with like kind of wood textures and everything. I didn't want to go like straight wood walls because, one, I feel like that's done a lot in libraries, at least in The Sims 4, and two, because I wanted to add a little bit of color through the walls, because I knew I was going to have a lot of wood in things like a desk and like books, a bookcase, and when I added the fireplace, that's even kind of dark. So I was going to have a lot of woody brown dark textures, and so I wanted to lighten up the room a little bit with something like the wallpaper, because I knew I didn't want to do a light floors, because I don't like light floors in libraries. A lot of times it just doesn't fit a lot of the times. Like, you can do browns, maybe grays or black or something, but if you have like a light, I don't know, I just, a personal study, I feel like a lot of times most people do darker woods, and it's just, or like a dark carpet, and so I kind of wanted to stick with that, at least what I think it looks good. But I really like that desk because it has books on the other side. I didn't realize it actually had books on the other side. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't necessarily look at objects. I'm just like, ooh, I like the front of that. Boom, done. And I don't have a tendency to really put desks in the middle because it's very, I guess to me, kind of egotistical, because it's like, walk in, ha ha, I'm sitting at my desk. Come join me. So anyway, oh, and I decided to put that kind of windowy thing there, and I was having some issues, so I was kind of had to decide what color I wanted, and then flip it around. But I decided it just kind of, it's not necessarily my kind of thing. Like, okay, if I was to have a library and I could build it however I wanted, I would put a window seat in. Come on, I know a lot of people would, but I just, sometimes in Sims 4, like, you don't have like cushions or anything you can like place on it, so it's kind of weird. But anyway, I decided that it just kind of added a little bit extra dimension to the room and just, I don't know, fit a little bit better. And I was trying to figure out what other like furniture to fit in there, because I have like the desk and the fireplace and all the massive like bookcases, and it's like, well, I need another piece of furniture in there, but I didn't want to put another like chair in there, so I wound up putting up this kind of nice love seat. I like that one. It has just a little bit of details, and they have a lot of color choices, so it's kind of one of my go-to pieces of furniture. And then with this rug, I was trying to decide like what I wanted it to be, and I ended up going with the default one because I didn't like it. The black one looked nice, but I wanted just a little bit more color, and I felt like it brought the red down from the walls, and it just looked, I liked the gold. It kind of went with the brown and everything. So, and then I was just adding some little clutter things. I didn't realize that there was a little, it's like a card holder. And I was like, oh, this is perfect. I don't know why I've never seen that object before. So, but yeah, now just kind of cluttering up objects. And I really like that quill. And I was like, I want to put this in the middle of the fireplace. And it's like perfect. And I was going through the colors. I didn't realize, like, you know, some color variations, you really just like the default. And that's one of those, I really just like the default. And apparently, but on different color options. There's like a bright red and a bright blue one, and I was like, whoa. So that was kind of shocking. But anyway, so I went through and kind of placed some miscellaneous boxes and file folders and different stuff from the Get to Work pack and everything. Yeah, that pack. And just kind of playing around, trying to make it more lived in and more cluttered, like I said. So, but yeah, so honestly, it's a kind of a darker room, and I tried to brighten it up a little bit, but like there are some different aspects and everything, but you know, you can only get so much with a dark library kind of color setting. And I was trying to figure out different things. Oh, one thing I did want to try to do was I wanted to try to put in a mirror behind the fireplace, because I forget about that, but sometimes I do remember that it's a really cool idea to do that. But I don't know why, but in the packs that I have, there are no sideways mirrors except that one. And it doesn't raise. And I forgot that mirrors didn't raise like up and down like pictures do. They just kind of stay on their spot in the wall. And I really kind of wanted to put a mirror in this room. And in the end, it didn't work out because it just wasn't looking good. And I wanted to put like a picture frame and stuff, or more clutter objects, where the empty wall is. So I was kind of stuck with what I wanted to do. So I ended up not putting in a mirror. So, oh, and I found these little keys, and they fit perfectly right there because they're smaller than a regular painting, and there was like not quite a whole square down there because part of it was taken up by those bookshelves, and so those worked out perfectly. Oh, and I was trying to decide different colors for the ship because I really liked it because it was kind of big like a mirror. And I kind of wanted something more statement piece, because you have like the fireplace, and then you have the desk, and you have that grandfather clock over there. But other than that, there's not a lot of big statement pieces. So I kind of wanted something to be like, oh, you walk in, you see the desk, you see the fireplace, oh, you see the boat. So that's kind of the reasoning behind putting the boat. I don't know. And then over here, I was trying to find a picture. I don't think I'm quite happy with the picture I chose. I mostly wasn't happy because I didn't like any of the sizes, and none of them matched wood-wise. I was kind of like, oh, come on. So, you know, that's one thing, like, one complaint I really have is that the paintings that they have in The Sims 4, the frames don't really necessarily match the wood patterns in the wallpapers. And so it's kind of like, ugh, frustrating. And then I was trying to figure out like different objects I could place and put, but I didn't put too many more, I don't think. So, oh, and then I realized desk needed a computer. I was trying to decide if I wanted to put a computer, but in the end I decided to go with it because it is a like desk that I would probably put a computer at, because like in this day and age, everybody has a computer. Up, and there's the screenshots. Okay, so I did forget to take the grid off again. It's still a work in process, learning curve, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so I hope everybody has a great day, and I'll see you all next time. Okay, bye.